Recently, I was asked to find a practical bag under $1,000, which these days is a heavy ask, but I thought I had quite a bit of brands to work with, but I soon realized that it has become increasingly harder to find affordable bag options from our favorite designers. So today we're going to discuss all of the bags that I found from our beloved brands, and we're going to talk about them. If you're new here, I'm Daniella and I'm a handbag enthusiast. I love buying bags and I like talking about them. So if you're into that, go ahead and click the like and subscribe button so you can continue seeing my content. Let's get into it. So first, let's talk about what I found. During my research, I found that the bags are quite small. Some brands have more options than others, so if that was the case, I picked my favorite out of all of their offerings. And then some I'm just including to show you how out of hand prices have gone. So first up on our docket is YSL. I remember when I first kind of started my handbag journey, YSL had way more options, and I was really surprised that they really only have one out that's practical and can fit a little bit. So that is the Cassandre phone holder. This one is $745. It's a decent size. It's like a phone pouch, which I feel like a lot of brands are doing in addition to wallet on chains. They're smaller. YSL does have a lot of wallet on chains, but none of them seem to be under $1,000, which is a really big bummer. But anyways, it also has multiple colors. The strap is not removable, but I still feel like it can be worn multiple ways because you can tuck the chain in to make it a clutch, or you can kind of play around with the chain and wrap it under the flap to make it shorter. It does have the classic YSL logo, which we love, and they also did have a micro bag under the $1,000, but it was tiny, so I'm not going to include it. Next up, we have Fendi. So this is going to be more of like a wallet on chain vibe. It is the Continental with chain. It is $890. They have a Logomania option and then a less Logomania option. The strap is removable, so you can take it off or add a different strap, which I think is really good when brands do that. And I also want to note that they do have the baguette option in this bag, or this wallet with chain, but it is $1,100. So basically it's the same measurements as the cheaper one. The hardware logos are different, and the front flap of the bag is a different shape as well. So basically it's just preference and budget, but I do think it was interesting that they put a higher price on this one because it is the same measurements. I like them both. I think that people tend to lean towards the baguettes more when you're thinking about Fendi, but they're essentially the same bag, so definitely just preference. Next up, we have two options from Prada. I feel like I kind of have a bone to pick with Prada because I feel like they used to be much more affordable, especially given the fact that their bags are predominantly nylon and these options that I'm giving you are nylon. I was super shocked to see that the classic silhouette Prada nylon bag, like the re-editions, aren't under $1,000 because they're nylon, and I think those are great starter bags, but they weren't under $1,000, so we're not gonna show them. So the first one I have is the Re-nylon mini bag. This just seems very impractical to me. It's just like an overpriced wristlet pouch. Doesn't look like it would be comfortable to wear over the shoulder, and I feel like there's no true functionality of it. Also, the strap doesn't come fully off, so it doesn't even look like you could really fit a longer strap on it. I mean, I'm sure you could, but I'm not sure how it would look, and for the price I just feel like that's annoying. So then the next one that I found is the Re-nylon pouch, which is $725. But this one actually is a wristlet pouch, and it doesn't have a long strap, but I was kind of thinking that you could add a longer strap onto the little silver like divot things, not sure what they're called, but it does have more room in comparison to the mini bag, and it's just a better bag overall. It fits a lot more, it's more functional. So if you can make a chain work, then I think that's the better option. Also, I just want to note that brands are making it increasingly harder to even find these bag options under $1,000. I really had to do some digging. They're not with bags most of the time. I would say they're either with small leather goods or in the travel section or in the men's like section. So it's very hard to find these things. It's like they don't really want people to know about them. So how annoying. I feel like brands should be doing better with more affordable options. I mean, obviously an $1,000 bag really isn't affordable, but it's so sad to see that now you can't get these bags anymore. I remember when they used to be so much cheaper, and I just wish we could go back to that. Okay, so anyways, next up we have Gucci. Gucci never steers us wrong, I feel like, with their pricing. Also, Gucci does have outlet stores, and they do sell outlet style bags specifically for the outlets, and they are cheaper. So if you want a good Gucci bag that's a bit bigger, a bit more spacious, and you don't mind the outlet, like no one can tell, then definitely go check that out because they definitely have more affordable options. But the first one I'm going to talk about is the Ophidia mini bag. I think this one is super cute. It's small, but I really do like it because it's a classic silhouette and has a lot of versatility, because you can take the strap off and make it and add on a longer strap, etc. Typical things I always say, and it is super easy to dress up and down because of that functionality of it. They do have two color options, so they have the lighter colorway and then they have the darker original Gucci colorway. Gucci did have quite a bit around that $1,000 threshold, so if you have a little more wiggle room, then go look on the site because they have good options. Next up, I was very shocked to find something on the Louis Vuitton website under $1,000, but it's not really a bag, but I'm just going to include it so y'all can see. So this one is the mini pochette accessoire, and classic LV. If you're a bag collector, you probably already have one in your collection. I don't, but when I was interested in buying it, they were sold out, and then I just kind of forgot about it. So I feel like I've seen people do what's in my bags, and it's giving like tiny but mighty. It can fit quite a bit. This would be a really good multi-use bag because basically it's an SLG, but it's like a little clutch that you can wear for a date night, and then you can also use it as a carry-all pouch in your bigger bags. And it also looks like it could be a good size to add it onto a bigger bag as like a little bag charm. So maybe like an on-the-go, you can just throw it around the handle and it's just like a cute little bag charm that's also functional. I also think you could probably add a longer chain and then just have the chain it comes with hanging down, because it doesn't look like it comes off. And it does come in the different prints like the damier, the monogram, and then a leather option for a little more. There was a time when these were constantly out of stock, but now they're back. So I don't know why that is, maybe because they really bumped up the price, which I'm sure they did, but overall I think it's great if you're fine with a mini bag. Next up, we have an option from Loewe. Loewe is a brand that had tons of different options, so go check them out. But I did pick my favorite out of all of them, which was the slit pochette bag in raffia. It's $850. I think the size is great for an everyday bag. It is raffia, so it's not going to be probably year round. I mean, unless you can make it work. It is effortlessly chic. Honestly, I really love this bag. I think I need to add one. I just love how it's so good. I have no notes for it other than it not being probably year round, but that's it. So then next I went to Celine and Slim Pickings. They really only had two options if I remember. And it was the Teen Celine Classic Panier. So it's basically a basket bag. It has a longer strap. I'm not loving it. I mean, it's not super functional everyday bag. It's really like a beachy summery bag. And personally, I'd probably go Loewe for the basket bag options. This is $740. But I mean, at least they had an option, I guess, because Dior didn't have anything. Bottega didn't have anything. There was another brand, but Chanel obviously didn't have anything. So anyways. Okay. And then lastly, I went to Chloe because I feel like I forget about Chloe a lot, and they do have some good options. I do love Chloe as a brand, so I really need to stop overlooking them. So they had a couple options too, but the one that I went for was the small woody basket in natural fibers, and it is $850. It is so cute. It's a bucket bag with a twist. I love that it has the little drawstring opening and it kind of peeps out, so you get that extra dimension. Both straps are non-removable, which could get very annoying. So it has a long strap and then kind of like a top handle strap. It does come in multiple colors, so that's cute. I was very underwhelmed with the options that these brands had for bags under $1,000. There used to be so much more, and I just feel like with price increases and them pulling these bags and not selling them anymore, it's just getting kind of crazy. But I did my best. Let me know if I missed any good options so other people can benefit from them, and let me know if you have your eye on any of these. But definitely go check out the pre-loved market if you are looking for any kind of bag, because they really do have some great options that come in way below retail. And personally, I don't need a bag brand new. I'd rather save some money and maybe get a 2-for-1. I don't know. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.